Bangladesh stands at a pivotal crossroads in its foreign policy, one that could shape not only its own future, but also the wider trajectory of South and Southeast Asia. By turning its gaze eastward with strategic intent, a vision encapsulated in the Look East policy, Bangladesh has the potential to unlock new avenues of prosperity, connectivity, and influence. Central to this vision is forging a robust and multifaceted partnership with Myanmar, its neighbor to the southeast. Though the path is not without challenges, the opportunities are rich and far-reaching, spanning economic cooperation, enhanced connectivity, cultural exchange, academic collaboration, and nuanced diplomacy. At the heart of this strategy lies the promise of economic cooperation. The borderlands of Bangladesh and Myanmar, long marked by limited interaction, could be transformed into engines of shared prosperity. Imagine the establishment of joint economic zones near key border points, such as Teknaf and Maungdaw. In these zones, commerce would flow with fewer bureaucratic hurdles, simplified customs procedures, shared warehousing facilities, and clusters of small industries designed to harness the strengths of both countries. Such zones could not only generate employment for border communities, but also foster an environment of trust and partnership, where entrepreneurs from both sides work together to create value. Maritime trade offers another compelling opportunity. The bustling Chittagong port, already a critical node for Bangladesh's trade, could evolve into a transshipment hub serving the western regions of Myanmar. In turn, Bangladeshi traders and businesses could gain easier access to Myanmar's deep-sea ports at Sittwe and Kyaukphyu, opening up new routes to Southeast Asian and beyond. The result? A vibrant corridor of goods, ideas, and people, linking the Bay of Bengal's western and eastern shores. Energy cooperation is yet another frontier, ripe for exploration. Both nations possess significant natural resources in the Bay of Bengal, including offshore gas deposits and renewable energy potential. By collaborating on joint LNG terminals, offshore exploration, and renewable energy projects, Bangladesh and Myanmar could bolster their energy security while sharing technological know-how. Myanmar's vast, untapped hydropower resources could provide much-needed electricity to Bangladesh's growing cities, while joint research into solar and wind power could pave the way for a cleaner energy future. Agribusiness and fisheries, too, present fertile ground for collaboration. Both countries share similar agroclimatic conditions and have deep expertise in rice cultivation, shrimp farming, and aquaculture. By pooling resources and knowledge, Bangladeshi and Myanmar farmers and scientists could develop improved crop varieties, more sustainable farming practices, and new export markets. This partnership could help ensure food security and rural development, elevating the livelihoods of millions. But economic cooperation cannot reach its full potential without the arteries of connectivity, modern highways, railways, and shipping lanes that knit the two nations together. The vision of an Eastern Grand Trunk Road extension captures this aspiration. Picture a seamless road stretching from Chittagong, Bangladesh's key commercial city, down through Cox's Bazar and Teknaf, before crossing the Naf River into Myanmar's Maungdaw. From there, the road would link up with Myanmar's internal highway network, eventually reaching Mandalay and, by extension, the broader Southeast Asian region. Such a route would not only facilitate bilateral trade, but could eventually become part of the Asian highway network, connecting Bangladesh directly to Thailand, Laos, and China's Yunnan province. Rail connectivity could complement this vision. A direct rail link from Chittagong to Cox's Bazar and onward to Maungdaw would open up new logistical possibilities, integrating with Myanmar's extensive rail grid. Freight and passengers could move more efficiently, reducing costs and transit times. Along the coast, regular short-sea shipping routes connecting Chittagong, Cox's Bazar, Sittwe, and Yangon would provide faster alternatives for both cargo and travelers. Knitting the region together with overlapping networks of movement. Yet the promise of partnership extends beyond trade and transport. Cultural exchange forms the invisible threads that bind nations together at the level of people and identity. Bangladesh and Myanmar share a rich Buddhist heritage, dating back centuries. By promoting pilgrimage circuits that link sacred sites, such as Mahasthangar in Bangladesh and Bagan and Kiaiktio in Myanmar, both nations could attract tourists, historians, and spiritual seekers. Such initiatives would not only generate economic benefits, but also foster mutual understanding and respect. In the realm of media and the arts, collaborative film and television productions could bring to the fore stories that transcend national boundaries, highlighting shared histories and contemporary aspirations. Annual festivals, such as a Bangladesh-Myanmar Cultural Week, alternating between Dhaka and Yangon, could showcase literature, performing arts, and cuisine, building bridges between communities and enriching the cultural landscapes of both countries. Academic and research collaboration represents another pillar of this strategy. Universities such as the University of Dhaka, Chittagong University, and Yangon University could establish joint degree programs, faculty exchanges, and collaborative research projects. Together, they could tackle pressing regional challenges, from climate change and disaster resilience to sustainable fisheries and port management. The Bay of Bengal, with its vulnerability to cyclones, delta erosion, and overfishing, demands coordinated scientific inquiry. By pooling expertise and resources, Bangladeshi and Myanmar researchers could develop innovative solutions that benefit both nations and, by extension, the wider region. Strategic and diplomatic considerations underscore the importance of building trust incrementally, rather than tackling sensitive issues head-on, such as the Rohingya crisis, which has strained relations in recent years. The two countries could begin with confidence-building measures in less contentious domains: trade, culture, education. Over time, successful collaboration in these spheres could create the goodwill and channels of communication necessary to address more difficult topics. Participation in multilateral platforms such as BIMSTEC, the ASEAN +1 framework, and the BCIM Economic Corridor could also help both nations attract infrastructure investment, harmonize regulations, and amplify their voices on the regional stage. A balanced approach is essential. Any partnership must be structured to ensure that benefits flow in both directions, avoiding the pitfalls of dependency or the perception of unequal gains. By maintaining a diverse set of relationships with India, China, ASEAN, and others, Bangladesh can pursue its Look East policy without jeopardizing its sovereignty or strategic autonomy. The benefits of such a partnership are manifold. For Bangladesh, enhanced ties with Myanmar open a direct land bridge to Southeast Asia, reducing reliance on the narrow Siliguri corridor through India, a route long seen as a strategic vulnerability. For Myanmar, access to Chittagong port shortens trade routes to South Asia and the Middle East, increasing its economic reach. For both, joint projects in the Bay of Bengal could transform the region into a vibrant growth hub, leveraging South Asia's vast consumer market and Southeast Asia's dynamic production networks. The Eastern Grand Trunk Road could serve as both a symbol and a foundation for this partnership. Much like the ancient trade routes that once crisscrossed Asia, it would link Chittagong to Mandalay and eventually to Bangkok, turning Bangladesh into a true gateway nation. The infrastructure would carry not just goods and travelers, but also ideas, culture, and innovation, laying the groundwork for a more integrated and prosperous Asian future. Of course, the path forward is not without obstacles. Historical grievances, border tensions, and the ongoing humanitarian crisis involving the Rohingya population demand careful and sensitive diplomacy. Building trust will take time, and progress may be incremental. But the very process of working together on economic zones, transport links, cultural projects, and academic research can help foster the habits of cooperation and dialogue. By embracing its eastern horizon, Bangladesh can diversify its partnerships, reduce strategic vulnerabilities, and position itself at the crossroads of two dynamic regions. Myanmar, for its part, gains a vital connection to South Asia and access to new markets and ideas. The people of both nations stand to benefit from greater prosperity, mobility, and cultural richness. In the years to come, As global power shifts and economic centers of gravity move eastward, the Bay of Bengal will only grow in importance. Bangladesh and Myanmar, by acting with foresight and shared purpose, can ensure that this region becomes not just a crossroads, but a destination, a hub of commerce, innovation, and human connection. The vision is bold, but the logic is clear. Through strategic engagement, collaborative projects, and people-to-people ties, Bangladesh and Myanmar can write a new chapter in their shared history, one defined not by conflict or isolation, but by partnership, progress, and hope. The journey may be long, but the rewards are worth the effort. The time to look east and to move forward together is now.